Alright, this is Starling Kitsube here, guys. We're starting on the second Let's Play of Spectrobes Origins. We are going to start off kind of right where we left off. I tried recording this once before, but I said in the last video I'm recording with my phone, and my phone kind of fell, and I don't want that in my videos, so I'm wanting to actually try and record as cleanly as I possibly can, so let's try take 3, I suppose, yeah, so I recorded twice before, and failed each time. So, we're starting right where we left off, and so, which is right before we were going to start battling with the crawl. And I know I said I do not use Gina. I will use her for this fight, because I want to show you just how hard, she doesn't know how to fight. Like, she can use the weapons, yes. But when it comes to using later... Why did I do that? I meant to change characters. When it comes to using later weapons, like, you can get an axe later on in the game, Rollin has enough trouble with that weapon. So, Gina, being super weak in comparison to Rollin, like, and I know that's really stereotypical, but it's kind of true. Gina sucks. She's tech. Like, she is a tech. She's the mechanic of this. And even Rollin is scared of her prowess when it comes to using and creating and building and all that fun stuff with mechanics. I mean, she builds the lab system from scratch, from data that's on, like, a cube. Like, that's pretty damn impressive. But, like, see... Okay, whatever. Like, she's so slow. There, battle cleared. I could clear this so much faster with Rollin. Cutscene.
Alright, success.
Yeah, just keep hanging close. If you have any questions or problems or anything, I'll be happy to give you some pointers.
No thanks, I'm good.
Offer's open.
I love Rollin.
Magnificent. How can I ever thank you?
Just doing our job. Glad to help.
To return home at last. What a rare blessing to breathe its sweet air. I hope that you'll return with us. You will be our honored guests. And besides, I have many questions for you.
I love these two. They're awesome. They're just like... And Rollin's just so cheeky. Gina balances him out perfectly, man. And I don't ship the two together because they're co-workers, but yeah, they're awesome. And here's the section.
Crawl. I'm so sorry, Radis.
Those lousy. No way they're getting away with this.
The most important thing is that my people were spared. Although, after an ordeal such as this, you two could actually help lift their spirits. To meet the young heroes who defeated the Crawl, it would be truly inspiring for them.
Absolutely. We're more than happy to do whatever we can.
Splendid. Go about freely. Explore. Introduce yourselves. When you're done, come to my home at the end of this road.
Wonderful. We'll see you later then.
Okay, so normally I just, skip over all of this and just go straight to talk to Radis. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to talk to people. Okay, so Haven Village. This place is Haven Village. So it was made to protect something. That, well, the Cosmolink. Oh yeah, it's another place that's the other. Ignore what I just said. What I was just thinking comes up later in the game, so we'll get to that later. The Cosmolink, yes. So, the Cosmolink is important. Oh god, look at this destruction! I'm going to use a save point here and switch to Rowland because, as I said before, I don't play as Gina. I am a girl myself, but I go for, like, playing as Rowland because Rowland is the only, well, beyond the portals you can play through as Gina and, like, little mini games that are more solving puzzles, but actually, well, yeah, solving the puzzles, Gina's really good at it. Well, she's, her character is meant to be good at it. Oh, and a character down here, oh my god, this guy reminds me of Dave, who is on Colin in the first 2 games. Colin is the home planet of Rollin and Gina, and is where the NPP headquarters is. Colin was that Earth-like planet, the beginning of the first video where they launched off of right before they got to Sector W and got sucked into the portal. So this guy is like Dave, and Dave, in the first 2 games, is the weapons merchant. He will sell you your weapons, your gear, your suits. You don't have that option in this game. He will give you weapons if you do certain things, and he will make things for you. Not very much, but he'll do a couple things for you. But it's just that thing on his back. Dave in the original 2 games had something very similar. And acted very similar. Kind of. He's an interesting character. This guy is, yeah, Kotetsu. There's more Japanese names in this game than there are in, like, the other games, but at the same time, there's not, because, yeah. That little exclamation point, it's nothing. It's just telling you, like, things that are, you kind of can figure out on your own. Or if you're watching this video, you just know. He's telling you where Radice's house is. It's, like, right across from him. It's not that hard to figure out. So, here's Radice's house. Every house of, like, the main leaders of places that you enter, I just shook my nunchuck and pet call mine again. They'll have something like this. If you saw in one of my previous videos, which is actually one of my favorite scenes in the game, and I cannot wait to get to it in the Let's Play. God, I recorded it because every time I see it, it just makes me laugh. It's hilarious. And it describes the way me and my mom used to be all the time. Actually, sometimes it's the way me and my mom still are. So, okay. The Crawl are gonna pay big time. So, yes, enthusiasm. I do need more Spectrobes. Yeah, not an arsenal indeed. But before we can even ever evolve a Spectrobe, we have got a boss battle. And if I can get to it in this video, I will. And even if that means going over my self-imposed time limit of around 20 minutes, if I'm about to hit the boss battle when it hits 20 minutes, I will spend the next 10 minutes on the boss battle, because, you know, that boss battle takes forever because all you've got on you are 2 Spectrobes and yourself. And the technique I use is I play chicken. Well, sort of. No, I'm a total coward, and I'm, like, totally, like, a wuss, and I hide out in the trees. I just hide in the trees. And it's kind of hard to get to the trees, because, you know, you're forced to, like, you know, face the boss crawl direction. No matter what. Like, in the boss crawl, the game doesn't let you turn away from them. Which, I suppose that can be... Okay, so, for searching for, like, fossils and minerals and all that fun stuff, it's a similar principle to when you're in a battle and you're telling your Spectrobe to attack or to come back. Up and down will tell the Spectrobe to go. And here's a fossil block. Okay, so it's just a plain old rock, and that's what it looks like. But Gina, she has the scanner. That thing that's on her, the same hand her Cosmolink is on, that's a scanner. And she uses that to scan things. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, and okay, minerals. This tells you about minerals. Okay, so I'll show you the comeback.
Go. Come here.
The move side to side is to call your child form Spectro back. Now, if I go much farther, I'm going to enter a crawl battle, and they're not going to let me get out of here. See? Right there. Right there. But do you see how much better Rollin is at fighting these guys? And he's got, like, good God, man, like, Rollin knows what he's doing. Ugh. Sorry, I went silent for a bit. I was just trying to concentrate on the battle. These are... Those crawl? If I remember correctly from the original games, those were swar. Yes. Swar. That's a really weird word, but so's crawl. Okay? Like, calling them crawl and spelling it that way, that's really weird. But it's fitting, because, you know, they're planetoid-eating amoeba-like creatures, and they're really creepy looking. And, yeah, I don't like them. But Swar, S-W-A-R, and there's... I really don't like crawl. And they only get worse. And in this game, you cannot skip crawl. Well, not always. It'll sometimes give you the choice to do so. But depending on which direction you're going. It really depends on the direction you're heading. Yeah... Mad scientist tinkering. Exactly! Mad scientist tinkering. Like, hell, in the original game, you meet a character named Aldous. That, now that I think about it, sort of looks a little tiny bit like Radice. Only slightly. Oh god. Yeah, Aldous was cool. And I don't know what happens to him at the end of the second game, because I get stuck on the first game at a certain point. Like, always, Tabletop Mountain screws me over. I can never figure out how to beat the crawl at the top of that. And I need, unless I action replay it, I need to get that thing. And I don't like doing action replay. I don't like cheating unless I'm just going and playing for something really fun and just being a goof in a game. If I'm going to actually go for, like, doing it properly, I will not cheat. I will try and do it on my own. Completely. And so if I get stuck, I get kind of frustrated. Second game, I am on one of the last couple bosses, and he is so difficult. You actually meet him later in this game. He's the only high crawl, which in the second game is kind of a new concept. They're humanoid, they're sentient, but they're crawl. But the second game is also the first game that shows... You see, here's a perfect example of... They don't give you an option to leave. Like, see this little black wall? They don't give you an option to go past that. They don't give you an option to skip the crawl going to Gina. Gina told you to hurry up. And then when you get to the ship, she's like, it's about time, Raul. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I just finished fighting a bunch of... Oh, yes, and these are called Zeppi. Yes. Zeppi. I think the battle's over. Oh, nope. There we go. And now this fades and I can go by. But you can go back to the village, you just can't go forward to the ship. Now that I'm looking at the time, I don't think I'll be able to get to the final boss crawl today. I don't even think I'll be able to get very much further in the story in this particular video. So I might upload a third today. Only issue is my Wi-Fi is being... It sucks right now. It hasn't changed. It sucks. So oh yes, and the excavating thing in this, it's really different from the first two games. The first two games, they're both on the DS, so you excavated using your stylus, and the awakening was with your voice and the microphone. But this one, it's a little different because it's on a different system. So excavating is different. It's a lot more fun and interactive, by far. Okay, so, again, tutorial that I absolutely hate. So, this is a... Damn it, I forget what this one is. Bombs. I don't like using bombs all that much. But in this thing you have to use... You have to use all of them. So, hold on. Oh yes, and it's a lot easier to get a fully excavated fossil without damaging it, because you can be a little bit more precise. However, the better you do it, meaning speed, precision, all that fun stuff, the higher level your Spectrobe will be coming out of the fossil. See, you damage it. If you damage it a little bit, you lose. Damn it! You lose level. You'll end up losing because your excavations are judged by ranks, like A, B, C. At this point, I'm not gonna even get a B rank. I'm gonna get a C rank. Okay, which one? Hammer? Gotcha! Now the hammer, you just swing your remote, but be careful. It's motion sensitive, obviously. Short bursts equal light hammer strikes. Large swings equal rather heavy hammer strikes. So, you gotta be careful. See, there, right there. You gotta be careful because you can very easily, again, you can damage the fossil. I damaged it again. This fossil doesn't really matter as much because I can very easily just switch it out. I don't keep all the... Like, I'll awaken a crap ton of Spectrobes, but I don't always raise all of them. In my other game, I'm actually on a part where I probably would need a second player to get anywhere, and I have no idea how to play the two-player co-op. And yes, this game can be done two-player co-op. I've never actually done two-player co-op. I have no idea how to. So, I might, if I can get somebody to play the game with me, figure it out. Might get one of my friends to play it with me, I don't know. But... that won't be until after I've beaten this game with you guys. And... if any of you guys have played this game, like, I know I've beaten it, but if any of you guys have, like, pointers on how to play it better, feel free to leave advice in the comments. I'm all, well, eyes, I suppose, considering I'm reading your comments, not hearing them, so I can't exactly say all ears, but I'll totally try out, like, different pieces of advice, and if I find it's easier than the methods I'm using, I'll do it, because, you know, there are some bosses that really give me a tough time. The boss I'm stuck on, I usually get stuck on, is it's at a spot where if you lose to him, you have to redo, like, a whole bunch of stuff. and like sequence fun stuff, and it's really annoying. But why aren't you going to the blower yet? Like, seriously, I've gotten rid of so much of this. Are you going to go to blower? Are you going to go to the next part of the tutorial? There, thank you. Okay, blower. There. Fossil has been fully excavated. And again, C. Fossil level 2. That sucks. God, I've gotten it where I got an A rank, and oh god, that was amazing. I felt so accomplished when that happened. It was awesome. Okay, so I'm going to be going a little over the 20 minutes, but that's not a big deal, because all I'm going to do is do the excavation, and well, the awakening, I mean. So this one's different. In the original games, it was your vocal level. You had to keep your vocal range at a certain point, depending on the Spectrobe. In this game, it's different combinations of swinging your Wii remote and your nunchuck. And they're a little easier to name. So, nunchuck, nunchuck, Wii remote, Wii remote. Torga. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. So I'm just going to name them just the first letter. If you guys have any suggestions to name the Spectrobes even, I will gladly take them, because, you know, you can rename them. And I will gladly take suggestions on naming the Spectrobes. And I'll do a shout out to the first person who said a specific name if I choose that name. And I will do that with each Spectrobe I gain in a video. So in the first video, I had the Spican and the Mayorax. The Spican being the green Spectrobe. And I will show you the Spectrobes before I save and end this video. So, yes, bundle of energy. Incubator, okay. Well, there's a little bit more to go, so now I have to choose the Spectrobe. So yeah, I'm going a little over, but I will show you the 3 Spectrobes well, 4 I suppose. Yeah, I'll even, like, to name the Komayinu, I'll let you do that. Because, you know, I want your opinions. I want to interact with you guys. I want to have it so you guys are a part of this video as much as I am playing it. So, first we have the Komayinu. Seriously? Okay. First we have this. So, yes, I know, tutorials. Okay, so this is my Torga. So, Torga, and then there's my Komayinu. And send a comment to, like, for the names that if you want, like, and I'll choose one I like. So this is my Mayorax. So, it's very tribal looking, and I think a tribal type name would be really cool. Because right now it's just this. And here is Spican. And yeah, it's kind of like a monkey, but it has a club-like tail, and it's also got goat horns. It's really cool. His evolved form is awesome, but I can't get that even. I'm not even close. Oh my god, I have like 25 more levels to go. So yeah, in the original 2 games, that property did not exist. There were only 3 properties in the original 2 games. In the next video, Radis will kind of go over properties for us. So, okay, we've done that, so I will save and end the video. So, yeah, leave comments, leave suggestions for the names of the Spectrobes, and I'll do a shout out to the names that I pick. Like the first people who make the comment on like the name that I pick. Because I'm doing this on my phone, it might not be the first person. It'll be the first person I see that I will try to look back in the comments to see if there were any others, but that can get pretty tedious depending on how many comments I get. So right now, just starting off, there probably won't be too many comments I'll have to go through. So it'll be more fair, and I'll be more able to actually find the first person who said a name. But who knows? If I get enough people commenting, that might get a little bit more tricky later on. And I will try to be fair about it. I will try to do that. But yeah. So, okay, you'll need to feed the minerals. Yes. Yeah, different colored minerals give more experience. In the first two games, it was Minergy. And in the very first game, it affected both attack, defense, and your HP. The second game, things changed. The minerals changed. The minerals you got changed. The first game had so many different types of minerals. The second game had less. You see there that back there was the comment of 30 years ago, the Spectrobe Master from 30 years ago. I remember I said in the last video, the number 30 in terms of like decades is going to play an important role. There's the first bit of foreshadowing on that. This whole thing, the whole plot of this game is so interesting, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Visit Spectrobes Master's Cave. Okay, well, let me go to a save point, and we will go to Spectrobe Master's Cave in the next video and face the boss crawl that I mentioned earlier. That's gonna be fun. That's going to be real fun. I'm probably going to be doing some grinding between now and the next video, so I can at least have a chance at getting through it in decent amount of time without, you know, losing all my Spectrobes before I beat the boss, because that makes it really difficult to play the game, to beat it. Because your Spectrobes die, you take a lot more damage from attacks, and it's not fun. I've died a couple times in the previous times I've played this, but we are almost 10 minutes over the 20 minutes I want to keep things at, so I'm going to end this here, and I will see you all guys in the next video. Alright.